What's up, YouTube? It's Eric again, back with another video. As you can tell by the description down below, it says that this is a weekend ramble, and I'm going to bring this series back only because I kind of like recapping my week. There's topics on here that I want to talk about. Now, this may not be the video for you, and it's perfectly fine, but this is something that I kind of just turn on the camera and I just talk to you guys, and it's been kind of a pretty good kind of series that I've done. I've gotten a pretty good response back from back before this channel was called Big Daddy Chronicles. It was called Eric Alliance Fan before. And for some of you guys that have stuck around through the channel change and kind of stuck with me, you kind of know what this is. But for the new people that have subscribed to this channel, I don't know how many of you are actually new. You'll see what I kind of mean here when I say I just pretty much just talk about really anything here to the camera. And the first off, the thing is I want to talk about here is my weight here. And you guys know I've kind of talked about my weight before. It really isn't a thing to really talk about because there's really not much of an update on here other than I've been kind of hovering between that 15 to 20 lost pound mark. I really haven't changed my diet all that much. That's why you really haven't seen much of a weight loss effect on me. This thing did fit me before. Now it's kind of a little bit loose. It's very big on me now. The 15 pounds is pretty noticeable because all my friends and family have said, "Man, Eric, you look pretty good." So people have been noticing about the weight loss. It's just my diet kind of more or less. I haven't really been focusing on my diet. I pretty much eat anything that I want. Like today, I had about 3 or 4 slices worth of pizza today, which if you're going to be doing weight loss, pizza is not the way to go for any to get any significant weight loss down or to even kind of continue with your weight loss. That's kind of where I'm at, trying to continue with my weight loss. I really kind of need to buckle down in that area. I've always struggled in this area of kind of eating right, doing portion control stuff and all that, because I always feel hungry when I don't feel like I have enough food on my plate. I'll wait that 15 minutes, I'll still feel hungry, and then I'll kind of put another set of plate, and by that time, I kind of feel overfilled and kind of a little bit sick to my stomach here a little bit. There's been times that's happened. The weight loss hasn't really been any significant since I started back in October on this one. On my journey here. And it all boils down to my diet. And a lot of people say, Eric, it's an 80-20. It's 80% your diet and 20% exercise. And I do sit down a lot throughout my day, especially when I'm at work. It's a lot of desk job stuff. I don't want to necessarily say it's a paper pushing job, but there's a lot of times where I sit at my desk and I'm just, kind of working on my stuff. And my family has a history of obesity too here. I'm not going to lie. So that kind of comes into it, along with other couple of things going on. So it's just more or less kind of me having to buckle down, eat right, continue my exercise, because I go to the gym probably 4 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week, and just continue on my weight loss journey here. I don't think there's really going to be any special pill or special kind of diet or anything like that. I just really got to eat good and have portion control. Calories in equals calories out. That's more. Everybody says that, and there's no magic pill or magic diet thing that's going to happen to get you down to that place. So that's where I'm kind of at right now. About 15 to 20 pounds is kind of where I've stayed right now. Probably 285 to 290 is kind of where I'm at right now. I started at 305, and I'm kind of right at the 290 mark is where I've been at the last couple of times that I've weighed myself. So. I'm just going to kind of continue pressing on here. So kind of going along with that, like I said kind of in last week's video, I think is what it was, we had a snowstorm. We had another snowstorm come through. It didn't dump as much as it did last time. There's only about 4 inches of snow on the ground, enough to where I had to plow. Again, not really anything really worth logging about, but I'll be honest, I did start to do that, and then it kind of the time of the day and the events of the day kind of took a twist here, and I ended up over at the Michigan State. Some of you guys know it as MSU Pavilion if you're around from the Michigan area. If not, it's just like a place that agriculture is big at Michigan State University. Agriculture, farm management, that sort of thing. And they have like a little pavilion to house all the cattle, and they have auctions going on there. And there's kind of a display area, kind of like a convention center or a stadium or something like that they'll have that in, but a much much smaller type of venue. It was an RV show, and I had a bunch of content going on there, and I had uploaded it, and kind of when I looked at it and seen it, was kind of plan it out and do the editing, I forgot half the day was gone. So I didn't kind of vlog all throughout my day here. We went to a couple breweries. We got a bite to eat, and I didn't record any kind of video on that. But again, it's another kind of a lesson to me of just film, and then when you go to edit it, you'll just edit the video, and then you'll just kind of come up with a little storyline and just kind of go with it. So this kind of thing, like, and I'm doing it for me as a challenge here. Now I know the beer stuff, and I know you guys like me doing the beer stuff. At least some of you guys out there on YouTube have actually said that you guys have liked that. And me kind of just sitting here doing these weekend rambles and the Malt Liquor Monday kind of segment that I did before. You guys said you would like that kind of stuff, but I need to challenge myself more to actually kind of push myself and to actually do stuff that challenges me kind of on this platform more. Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to be anything great or have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even a million plus subscribers or anything like that. I think that's just a dream for some folks, and a very, very small percentage have that, and I don't feel that I have that. But I like to challenge myself more, and my hobbies are kind of doing YouTube videos, being a content creator, as much as anybody else is here on this platform. They like to do that sort of stuff. It's just with me, I just kind of want to go challenge myself to produce better content, do a little bit something different than the beer and this weekend ramble kind of series, and the sports channel stuff too. And some of you guys are from the sports world that have kind of came over with me and are kind of watching this video. But to me, I kind of want to challenge myself a little bit more. Now I admit that the videos that I put up are boring, but as time goes on and as I kind of get this kind of stuff down, I think the videos will be coming better. And right now I'm only using my phone here. And if the content takes off and the channel kind of takes off here, I might start upgrading some stuff. I think these lights right here are kind of more or less were a bad investment, if I'm being truthful here. I didn't think they were actually going to be this big as they were. And if you guys want to go ahead and see that video, I'll put the description down below if you guys kind of want to check that out. I don't know how many people are going to actually watch a kind of a review video for a couple 2 lights on here. So I guess it is what it is here. So with that being said, I'm going to go on to my dating life. Another kind of thing that I kind of seem to be kind of coming back to over and over and over again. Nothing's kind of changed there. It's very hard, and especially in this day and age, I was going to make a separate whole type of video for dating, middle-aged dating. And I think that the dating scene necessarily hasn't really changed a whole lot. I just think the way that women and men interact with each other and the dangers that actually women have of going out and meeting somebody, because many, many women that I've talked to over time have said the men are freaking creepy. Now, I don't know why this is. I don't know if there's, I honestly don't know what it is. I'll just be completely honest. I don't want to speculate and say it could be this, or it could be this, or it could be this. I just don't know. All I'm saying is women have a lot to really worry about. With sex trafficking up here is a big, big problem. The authorities can't seem to get this under control, probably really anywhere here in America. Meeting people, for the first time, meeting a stranger, trying to see how, if they're interacting with them right, and if they kind of want to let the relationship kind of go, maybe to the second date, third date on. But many women kind of say that very, very creepy meeting people in my age group, and even the younger generation says the same thing. Very, very weird people out there. And I don't understand why people are so weird. Oh, and another thing, that men kind of always are wanting kind of, I guess, kind of sex or some kind of sexual favor or something like that, just for the women and men, or just for the woman to go out with the guy. I wasn't raised like that. I don't know where this is even coming from. It's just, maybe it's just the day and age of the internet, and with how online dating has kind of progressed. Well, I think it's kind of regressed, really, if you really kind of think about it. But with me, I mean, I get a lot of, hey, Eric, you're a nice guy, but, and it usually kind of falls back to my, wait, you're a big guy. It's just perception is kind of what it is. It's just perception on here. And I know a lot of women don't want to be seen with a guy with a bigger man. Now, some women don't care. And I think it's a lot of stereotyping. I will put it that way. A lot of stereotypes weight stereotypes in that matter. If I was probably 50 to 75 pounds lighter, I would probably have a girlfriend by now. But I'm just gonna keep doing my own thing. I've said to online dating that it's not for me, only because every time I send a message out, I get no responses. And based on kind of what I see researching here on the internet, which I over research everything here too, but that's another story for another time. Every time I kind of come out here and read stories of women, they say the same thing. Men are creepy. They always kind of want to talk about um, some kind of sex after the fact or some kind of sexual favor after the fact. All I got to say is for women that already have somebody, stay with them, work out your stuff. And if something just doesn't work out, I would really try. And this is just coming from a single guy here, kind of being in the dating world. Work on yourself, work on your relationship, all that sort of stuff, because you do not want to be out here into the dating game. It is just bad. And it's to the point to where I've kind of have said, am I really ever going to find anybody? A lot of people said I'm a good looking man. I'm surprised I don't have anybody yet. I'm just guessing it's women's kind of perception in the walls they put up that doesn't let them kind of be their normal self in a kind of a situation where two people meet to try to see if they're compatible. It's just my own experience, guys, and kind of what I've read here on the internet. So, long story short, dating hasn't been good to me. I'm off of Match.com. I was on Match.com for about 6 months. Nothing happened. I just actually, at this point in time, on the 19th of January of 2020, I've pretty much said to hell with Match.com or really any type of dating app. I'm just going to go out to the bars and kind of interact with people or out my everyday life and just interact with people and kind of, just be a nice person and chit chat with them. That's all I'm really kind of wanting to see how people react here and whatnot. So I really don't have much else to say other than that. I was thinking I was going to have a couple more things on here, but yeah, the big thing here is the content is probably going to change. It ain't going to change again, really. It's just hoping to put better content out there. I have to remember to film everything and kind of tell a story and to have fun doing it. It's kind of more or less what I'm doing. And people are going to, if you do this kind of stuff where you're out and about, and I know a couple people out there that have done this that are out and about, they tell me all the time, like, Eric, people are going to stare at you, try to figure out what you're doing. And some of them may give you smug looks. But you just do what you do, man. Just do what you do for the content and your channel, and everything else will kind of fall in place. So that's what I'm going to start doing right now. It's probably going to be on the weekends that I do this, and maybe the occasional weekday video. But I really don't know. I'm still trying to figure all this out, trying to figure how everything is kind of going to come out here. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys like the content that I've already put out here. I'm going to start doing some weekend rambles. Hopefully, it's not always about my weight and my dating status, because I kind of feel like, and I've said this before many times, I feel like a broken record kind of doing this sort of thing. But if you guys got suggestions maybe for a weekend ramble topic, or maybe I might come on here live and do a weekend ramble stuff and you guys ask me questions on here, I'm more than willing to do that too. It's more or less for me liking interactions with other people from different cultures and different backgrounds that I kind of like talking about here. And I actually did think about doing live today, but it wasn't in the card. So, guys, until next time, deuces and take care.